Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
Okay guys, 12 rounds of boxing, okay? This is giving you WBC super lightweight title, okay? Shake hands.
Well, it's a path that's been followed by many luminous names in the past. He's won a British title outright, has Dalton Smith. Now the European title beckons, and bigger prizes beyond. If he gets it right here tonight against Walid Ouizza of France. 12 rounds for the European super lightweight title. And Dalton Smith returning on the back of that ever so impressive performance against Jose Cepeda. Good start, lands a solid left hook inside the first 20 seconds.
I expect a fast start here from Dalton Smith, lands a lovely 1-2. He needs to be careful, Ouizza. He's pouring with that jab, and we've seen how dangerous Smith is with that right hand. He's got to be careful. Lovely 1-2 again from Smith.
You heard Tony and Addy talking about the punch rate of Ouizza, throwing 100 punches per round in a recent contest, but as Tony pointed out, it's what you do with those shots. And already, the better quality is coming from Smith.
And look how quickly, though, Smith has slowed him down. Just the first punch he threw, Ouizza there, Smith countered him with a real sharp 1-2 right down the line with power, precision, and that'll slow you down.
Smith just stepping off, taking a look, as he did against Cepeda up in Sheffield in the early part of last year.
We've seen that stabbing right to the body. It's a very, very hurtful shot. And that's the shot to bring the high guard of Ouizza down. Then you can look back upstairs. The chin is high of Ouizza. He needs to be careful.
Just need to slide that front foot a little bit quicker, a little bit closer there. Smith, when he throws that right hand over the top.
He's looking razor sharp, Dalton Smith. He really is.
He's had only the one fight in 19 months, but when asked about ring rust, he said the quality of sparring will make sure that that won't be an issue. And he started in very sharp fashion here in the first couple of minutes of the opening round. Tremendous left hook, and Ouizza is forced to back off. This is good work from Dalton Smith here, with more than 50 seconds still to go in the round. The quality of the punching has been mightily impressive, and Ouizza at this stage simply doesn't have the answer, doesn't have the power to keep Smith off, doesn't have the power to get Smith's respect.
That's his class. It really is. The shot selection, the speed, the power, having everything his own way here, Dalton Smith. Very, very good start.
Beautiful overhand right that got rid of Sam Maxwell in the British title fight. And now down goes Ouizza in the closing stages of the opening round. And this looks like it's going to be a very, very hard night for the Frenchman. On a long unbeaten run, but against much lesser opponents, and in comes the towel as he goes down for a second time, virtually on the sound of the bell. Celebrations, father and son. The British champion is now the European champion, and he was on top from the sound of the first bell. Mightily impressive from Dalton Smith. The winning run continues. He was simply too good. He's levels above the likes of Walid Ouizza, and he was talking earlier on about going on to challenge for a world title this year. And yes, there may be questions about the quality of the opposition at this level, but it was the way he dismissed him that was so smart.
That was clinically superb. He didn't put a foot wrong. He landed with every shot he threw, and every shot he threw had meaning, thought, power and pace behind it. He didn't rush his work. The patience and time he had to do everything was absolutely fantastic. Forget about who you're up against. I know he's up against a guy who technically wasn't as good as him, but the way he went in there with all that time off, with that confidence and that bit of arrogance that he was just going to do what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. This is a kid who's getting close to his peak here, and I would let him off the leash. I'd let him off the leash, I would, right now.
Spot on. Levels, absolute levels, and he showed it there, Dalton Smith. I'm with you, Barry. I would sling him in with anyone now. He's that good. He's that sharp. He's got everything about him. He really has. He was in full control. Like you said, forget who he's facing there. The variation, the power of delivery, just no care whatsoever of who was in front of him. That was special. That was how you capture the European title and make further noise surrounding your name.
But the technique was flawless. Look at that. He doesn't load up, but every shot's heavy because he turns his body with every shot. And he's throwing the hooks there, so they're a little bit wide. But every time he threw a straight shot, he turns, look at that, look, feinting with the jab. But he makes sure when he feints with the jab, he doesn't throw the left hook and there's nothing on it. He dips the legs. He has the time, because he has the vision, to see the tag, to dip the leg, to get everything, every leverage into that shot. Every punch he threw was perfect.
And you were talking there about letting him off the leash at this stage. 3 of the 4 recognised belts changed hands last year. There isn't that dominant force. At the moment, Devin Haney's described as the champion in recess. So there isn't anyone out there that you wouldn't want to put him in with. I'm not necessarily saying he starts favourite against them, but you wouldn't fear them.
For me, Mike, he served his apprenticeship there. That's it now. It's flawless. 17-0 in picking up titles. Every domestic title there is. Looks very spiteful. That's it. Let's go now.
There's a queue. There's a massive queue. And there's loads of talent in this weight division. And there's a massive queue for people wanting to get world title shots. But if he got the opportunity to box Liam Parrow, who's a very, very good fighter, you wouldn't be afraid. You wouldn't be afraid to chuck him in. You would not. I mean, again, he goes in an underdog because of experience and so on and so forth. But his last 2 performances have been sublime. They have. And so at that stage now, the level he's at now, you chuck him in. There's some domestic fights out there for him as well. Big fight. DAZN has been talked about. That'll be a great fight. Jack Catterall thinks no, he's past this British level, but still, that's a fight that we would love to see right now.
And another one that we'd love to see and will be seeing Saturday, February the 22nd. It's the rematch at light heavyweight between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Much debate and discussion about the result first time around. Who really did win it? Well, they can settle the argument for good on February the 22nd in Riyadh. A cracking bill in Saudi coming up. And here now, we're about to get the official time from
Ladies
Ben
and gentlemen,
Edwards.
referee John Lona Fernandez calls a halt to the contest. 3 minutes into round number 1. Here's your winner and the new European Super Lightweight Champion, Thunder Dalton Smith.